when we invest in Global South, and first of all, why do we invest in that? Because we see 2/3 of the investment opportunity is in Global South. 85% of the world population lives there, and only 1/3 of the capital is chasing that opportunity, because most of the larger funds or private equities are chasing Northern America and Western Europe, right? So where do you want to invest? Where opportunities are higher and the competition is lower, right? So that's kind of simple. And within that Global South, we look for various countries which are having the bankable framework, and we definitely, in that context, like Philippines, and substantiation is the investments that we have done here. And again, when we invest, I have invested in India, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, so have the context of the Asian markets. My colleagues invest in Mexico, Peru, Brazil, Uruguay, and then in Africa. So we have the context of the markets, and the challenges are quite similar, right? The regulatory clarity is at times missing, land acquisition, grid, those things are not clear. But I think what is more important is policy continuity. I think that's the first thing that we look for, because every country goes through its phases, and nothing is going to be perfect when we invest in. So we can't say everything is perfect, then only we'll come in, because by that time it's too late. So what we want is policy continuity, which allows us to take a position in the market. And what I mean by policy continuity is that, let's say Philippines wants to do 20,000 megawatt of renewable power. They say, yes, we're going to 20,000 megawatt. Every year we're going to award 2,000 megawatt. This is going to be through wind, solar, and X. And these are the parameters. And then once I know that, then we can hire a team. We can start looking for land options, grid options, put some few $1 million. And we know that, okay, fine, if the competition is very high, we may not win in 2025. But I can set out. I can win in 2026. I can win in 2027. So it's a long-term programmatic approach, which is very critical for an investor to take a bet. Because we are not here to just make a speculative bet and turn around. We are here for the long term, right? Now, the challenges for renewable power especially, and I think Mr. Veloso mentioned the absolute right point about the grid, right? Which is a challenge for the Philippines and for every market, right? And it's a very common thing that you would have heard: without transmission, there is no transition, which is a very clear theme, right? And we see that in the Philippines, and the 60-70% of the diligence that my colleague Ajay and I do is on grid. Whether we have the offer of service, whether we have the SIS, whether we have the grid connection agreement, how long is the T-line, whether it can build it or not, what's the kind of curtailment that will happen. It is one of the most critical things that we look for, and 80% of the projects fall through because of that process right now. So I think if some of those things are solved, single window clearances, green lane processes, they are helping definitely. But of course, it's still a way to go there.